You're sitting there. Maybe it's late at night, maybe it's Sunday morning, and you're thinking about your future 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You want more freedom, more security. Maybe you want to travel without checking your bank account first. Maybe you just want to stop feeling like you're one emergency away from disaster. But here's the frustrating part. Every month feels exactly the same. You work hard, you earn, you pay bills, and at the end of it all, you're right back where you started. The treadmill keeps running, but you're not getting anywhere. And you start to wonder, how do rich people do it? How do they build wealth while they sleep? How does their money grow on autopilot while yours just sits there? Here's what most people think. They have more money to invest. They have connections. They got lucky. Wrong. Here's what's really happening. Wealthy people don't work harder than you. They don't have some secret Wall Street contact. What they have is something much simpler. Systems. They've built financial habits that run on autopilot. They make decisions once, set them up, and let them run forever. And here's the part no one tells you. You can do the exact same thing. There are 3 tiny habits, microscopic really, that transform active income into passive growth. These aren't complicated, they don't require a finance degree, and they work even if you're starting with just $100 a month. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what these 3 habits are, why they work, and how to implement them step by step, so your money starts working for you instead of the other way around. You'll see how these habits free up your time, remove financial anxiety, and create a system that builds wealth while you focus on living your life. We'll cover the psychology behind why this works, the practical steps to set it up, and the 3 specific transformations you'll experience, from hustle to autopilot, from fear to control, from exhaustion to peace. And the best part, it works even if you're starting from zero, even if you've never invested before, even if your bank account makes you want to cry. I'm James, and I've spent far too much time breaking down how the rich actually think and what they do differently that no one ever teaches you. So if you want to learn how to build a system that grows your wealth on autopilot without constant stress, without endless research, without having to become a finance expert, subscribe to this channel, because every video I make gives you one more piece of the puzzle, one more mile on the road to financial freedom. And you're closer than you think. Let's get into it. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. The way we're taught to handle money is fundamentally broken. You go to school, you get a job, you trade your time for a paycheck, and then you spend that paycheck. Rinse and repeat. For 40 years. The entire system is built around active income, which means the moment you stop working, the money stops coming. You're always one paycheck away from stress, one medical bill away from panic, one job loss away from catastrophe. And it's exhausting. You're not lazy, you're not bad with money. You're just stuck on a treadmill that was designed to keep you running forever. Meanwhile, wealthy people figured out something different a long time ago. They realized that time is the most valuable asset, and the only way to protect it is to stop trading it for money. So instead of working harder, they built systems that grow their wealth automatically. Systems that don't require them to check their portfolio every day, stress about market crashes, or sacrifice their entire life to grinding. And the crazy part? These systems aren't complicated. They're not reserved for millionaires. They're just habits. 3 small habits that, once you implement them, run on autopilot forever. But here's the problem. No one teaches you this. Not in school, not at work, not even most financial advisors, because they'd rather sell you complicated products than teach you simple systems. So most people spend their entire lives working for money, never realizing that money could be working for them. And that's what we're about to change. So here's the shift that changes everything. Wealthy people don't focus on earning more. They focus on building systems that grow money automatically. Let me say that again, because it's important. They don't work harder. They build smarter. And when I say systems, I'm not talking about complicated spreadsheets or day trading or watching stock tickers all day. I'm talking about 3 incredibly simple habits that, once you set them up, require almost zero maintenance. Here's what they are. Habit number 1, pay yourself first, automatically. Habit number 2, buy assets that pay you, passively. Habit number 3, reinvest every dollar, compounding on autopilot. That's it, 3 habits. But the impact is massive. Because here's what happens when you implement these habits. You remove the need to make financial decisions every single day. You stop negotiating with yourself about whether to save or spend. You stop feeling guilty about not doing enough. Instead, your money moves where it needs to go, automatically. It invests itself, it grows itself, and over time it starts generating more money without you lifting a finger. This is what wealthy people understand that most people don't. Discipline is hard. Automation is easy, so they don't rely on willpower, they rely on systems. And that's exactly what we're going to build together right now. Let's break down each habit, what it is, why it works, and how you can implement it today. Habit number 1, pay yourself first, automatically. Let's start with the foundation. The first habit wealthy people use is simple. They pay themselves before they pay anyone else. Most people do it backwards. They get their paycheck, pay their bills, buy groceries, maybe go out to eat, and then, if there's anything left, they think about saving or investing. But here's the problem. There's never anything left. Wealthy people flip the script. The moment their paycheck hits, a percentage is automatically transferred to their investment account. It happens before they even see the money, before they have a chance to spend it, before they can talk themselves out of it. This isn't about willpower. It's about removing the decision entirely. Think about it. Every day, you're making hundreds of financial micro decisions. Should I buy this coffee? Should I order takeout? Should I invest this month or wait until next month? Each decision drains a little bit of your mental energy. And by the end of the day, you're exhausted. So you default to the easy option. Spend now, save later. But later never comes. Automation fixes this. Once you set it up, you never have to think about it again. The money moves on its own. You live on what's left. And slowly, quietly, your investment account starts to grow. Here's how to implement it. Step 1. Decide on a percentage. Start small if you need to. Even 5% is fine. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Step 2. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your investment account. Schedule it for the day after your paycheck hits. Step 3. Forget it exists. Seriously, pretend that money's gone. Live on the rest. And here's what happens over time. You adjust. Your lifestyle adapts to the new income level. You stop missing that 5% or 10% because your brain never counted it as yours in the first place. But the real magic happens in your investment account. Let's say you earn $3,000 a month and you automate 10%. That's $300. In 1 year, you've invested $3,600 without thinking about it. In 5 years, $18,000. In 10 years, $36,000. And that's before compounding. That's just the principle. Once you add compound growth on top of that, which we'll talk about in habit number 3, the numbers get ridiculous. But the most important part isn't even the money, it's the psychology. Because once it's automatic, you stop feeling stressed about it. You stop negotiating with yourself. You stop feeling guilty. Your brain learns that investing isn't something you should do. It's just something that happens, like paying rent, like eating breakfast. And that shift from active decision to automatic system is what separates people who build wealth from people who just dream about it. Wealthy people understood this a long time ago. They made the decision once, they set up the system, and now they never think about it again. You can do the same thing today. If this is starting to click for you, if you're realizing that wealth isn't about earning more, it's about building better systems, subscribe to this channel right now. Because if you don't learn this stuff, you'll spend the next 10 years stuck in the same place you are today. Every video I make gives you one more tool to escape that cycle, one more mile closer to freedom. Habit number 2, Buy assets that pay you passively. All right, habit number 2. Buy assets that generate income while you sleep. Most people think investing is about buying something and hoping it goes up in value. Buy a stock, wait 5 years, sell it for a profit. That's the dream, right? But wealthy people do something different. They don't just buy assets that might grow. They buy assets that pay them regularly, predictably, automatically. These are called income-generating assets, and they're the secret to building passive wealth. Let me give you some examples. Dividend-paying stocks, companies that send you cash every quarter just for owning their shares. REITs, real estate investment trusts. You own a piece of real estate, and every month or quarter, you get a share of the rental income. Index funds with dividends, broad market funds that pay you consistently over time. Royalties, digital products, automated businesses, money that flows in without active work. The key is this: these assets don't just sit there. They work for you. They generate cash flow. And every dollar they generate is a dollar you didn't have to trade your time for. Think of it like hiring employees, except these employees never sleep, never complain, and never ask for a raise. They just show up every quarter and hand you money. Now, here's the part most people miss. The first dividend check you receive changes everything. It's not about the amount. It could be $5. It could be $50. The number doesn't matter. What matters is the realization. I just made money without doing anything. That's the moment your brain rewires. You stop seeing investing as this distant, abstract thing. You start seeing it as a real, tangible system that puts cash in your account. And once you feel that, you want more. Not in a greedy way, in a strategic way. You start thinking, if $1,000 invested gives me $40 a year in dividends, what does $10,000 give me? What does $50,000 give me? You start seeing every dollar you invest as a future stream of income. And suddenly, spending $100 on something you don't need feels different. Because you're not just spending $100, you're spending the $4 a year that $100 could have earned you forever. This is how wealthy people think. They see money as seeds, not snacks, and they plant those seeds in places where they'll grow fruit year after year. Here's how to implement this. Step 1. Open an investment account if you don't have one. Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, doesn't matter, just pick one. Step 2. Start with dividend ETFs or index funds, something like VYM, SCHD, or VTI. These give you diversification and consistent income. Step 3. Set up automatic contributions from habit number 1 to buy these assets every month. The money flows in, gets invested, and starts paying you. Step 4. Reinvest every dividend. We'll talk about this in habit number 3. Don't touch it. Let it grow. And here's what happens over time. Let's say you invest $5,000 in a dividend fund with a 4% yield. That's $200 a year in passive income. It's not life-changing yet, but if you keep adding $300 a month from habit number 1 and reinvesting every dividend, habit number 3, within 5 years, you could be generating $500 plus a year. Within 10 years, over $2,000 a year. And remember, that's money you didn't work for. That's money that showed up because you built a system. This is why wealthy people don't stress about money. It's not because they have millions, it's because they built systems that pay them whether they're working or not. And the best part? You don't need to be rich to start. You just need to start. Habit number 3. Reinvest every dollar. Compounding on autopilot. All right. This is the habit that takes everything from nice to life-changing, and it's the one most people mess up. Here's what happens. You start investing, you automate it, you buy dividend-paying assets, and then one day you see $47 sitting in your account from dividends, and you think, oh, cool. Free money. And then you spend it. Don't do that. Because here's the truth. Wealth isn't built by spending your returns. It's built by reinvesting them. This is the magic of compound interest, and it's the most powerful financial force on the planet. Let me show you why. Let's say you invest $10,000 in a fund that returns 8% a year. After 1 year, you have $10,800. Nice. But here's where it gets interesting. If you reinvest that $800, the next year you're earning 8% on $10,800, not $10,000. So you make $864. And the year after that, you earn 8% on $11,664, and so on. After 10 years, without adding a single extra dollar, your $10,000 becomes $21,589. But if you took out the gains every year and spent them, after 10 years, you'd have $10,000 plus $8,000 in gains you already spent, so $18,000 total. You just left $3,589 on the table for doing nothing, literally nothing, except touching your money. Wealthy people understand this instinctively. They don't see returns as extra money to spend. They see returns as fuel to grow faster. And the best part? You can automate this too. Most brokerages have something called DRIP, Dividend Reinvestment Plans. It's a simple checkbox that says, hey, every time I receive a dividend, use that money to buy more shares automatically. You enable it once, you never think about it again, and your money starts compounding on its own. Here's how to implement it. Step 1, log into your brokerage account. Step 2, find the DRIP or automatic reinvestment option. It's usually in account settings or dividend preferences. Step 3, turn it on for all your dividend-paying assets. Step 4, forget it exists. That's it. Now every dividend you earn automatically buys more shares. Those shares generate more dividends. Those dividends buy more shares, and the cycle repeats forever. This is what wealthy people mean when they say, let your money work for you. They're not doing anything. The system is doing it for them. And here's the psychological shift that happens. Once you stop touching your returns, you stop seeing your investment account as a piggy bank. You start seeing it as a wealth-building machine. You're no longer asking, how much can I take out? You're asking, how much can I put in? And that mindset shift is worth more than any investment strategy on earth. Because the truth is, wealth isn't built by timing the market. It's not built by picking the perfect stock. It's built by staying consistent, staying patient, and letting compound interest do its thing. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people alive, said it best. My wealth has come from a combination of living in America, some lucky genes, and compound interest. Compound interest isn't magic. It's just math. But it's math that works in your favor if you let it. So let it. If you're starting to see how these 3 habits fit together, how they create a system that grows wealth on autopilot, then you're getting it. And if you want to keep building that system, video by video, step by step, subscribe right now. Because the people who win with money aren't the ones who know everything. They're the ones who keep learning, 1 mile at a time. So let's bring this all together. What actually happens when you implement these 3 habits? Let's walk through a real example. Meet Sarah. She's 28. She earns $50,000 a year. She's not rich. She's not broke. She's just normal. But she decides to implement these 3 habits. Habit number 1, she automates 15% of her paycheck, that's $625 a month, straight into her investment account. She never sees it. She lives on the rest. Habit number 2, that's $625 goes into a dividend-paying ETF every month. She's not trying to pick stocks. She's not timing the market. She's just buying and holding. Habit number 3, she enables DRIP. Every dividend gets reinvested automatically. And then she forgets about it. She doesn't check her account every day. She doesn't panic when the market dips. She just lives her life. Here's what happens. Year 1, she's invested $7,500. It's grown to about $8,000. Not life-changing, but it's progress. Year 3, she's invested $22,500. With growth and reinvested dividends, her account is worth about $26,000. She's starting to feel the momentum. Year 5, she's invested $37,500. Her account is now worth over $48,000. She's officially crossed a psychological milestone. Her investments are working harder than she is. Year 10, she's invested $75,000. With compounding, her account is worth over $115,000. She's generating $4,000 plus a year in passive income. She didn't get rich overnight, but she built something real. And here's the best part. She didn't stress. She didn't hustle. She didn't sacrifice her life. She just set up a system and let it run. Now let's talk about the 3 transformations that happen when you do this. Transformation number 1, mental. You go from constant financial anxiety to peace of mind. Your brain stops treating money like a daily emergency. You stop waking up at 2 a.m. worried about bills because you know your system is working in the background. Transformation number 2, time. You go from spending hours managing money to spending minutes setting it up. You're no longer researching stocks, watching market news, or stressing about every financial decision. You built the system once. Now it runs itself. Transformation number 3, results. You go from feeling stuck to feeling unstoppable because every month you can see the progress. It's slow, it's steady, but it's real. And for the first time in your life, you're moving forward, not just running in place. This is what financial freedom actually looks like. It's not yachts and mansions. It's waking up and knowing that your money's growing whether you work today or not. It's being able to say no to things that drain you and yes to things that matter. It's the freedom to choose, and that's worth more than any paycheck. Here's the truth that no one wants to say out loud. The goal was never to get rich. The goal was to stop feeling poor, to stop waking up every day stressed about money, to stop checking your bank account before buying groceries, to stop feeling like you're one mistake away from disaster. That's what these 3 habits give you, not wealth, at least not at first, but peace, clarity, control. And once you have that, everything else starts to fall into place. Because here's what I've learned after spending way too much time studying how wealthy people think. Money doesn't fix your life. It just gives you the space to fix it yourself. It gives you time to breathe, time to think, time to make better decisions instead of desperate ones. And that's the real dividend your money pays you, peace of mind. So if you're sitting there right now thinking about your future, wondering how you're ever going to get ahead, start here. Start with these 3 habits, not because they'll make you rich tomorrow, but because they'll make you feel less poor today. Automate your investments. Buy assets that pay you. Reinvest everything. It's not flashy, it's not exciting, but it works. And 10 years from now, when you're looking at a 6-figure investment account that built itself while you were busy living your life, you'll realize something. Wealth isn't about working harder, it's about building smarter. And now you know how. Here's your action plan. Habit number 1, automate your investments. Pay yourself first. Set it up once, forget about it forever. Habit number 2, buy income-generating assets. Let them pay you while you sleep. Habit number 3, reinvest every dollar. Let compound interest do the heavy lifting. 3 habits. That's it. But they'll change everything. You don't need $1 million to feel safe. You don't need to be rich to feel free. You just need a system that works while you're busy living your life. And the beautiful part? You can start today, right now. Even if you're broke, even if you've never invested before, even if the whole idea terrifies you. Because financial freedom isn't a destination, it's a journey. And every step you take, every dollar you invest, every habit you build gets you 1 mile closer. I'm James, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, the rich don't work harder, they build smarter. And now, so can you. 1 mile at a time. Before you go, if this video helped you see money differently, do 2 things. Subscribe to this channel and watch the video that just popped up on your screen. Because every video you watch is one more piece of the puzzle. One more step toward the life you actually want. Don't let this be just another video you watched and forgot. Let it be the one that changed everything.